The transaction is a design flaw. Blockchains have spent a decade forcing users to think like low-level computers by signing specific instructions rather than desired outcomes. Anoma's resource machine architecture aims to kill the transaction entirely, replacing it with the intent, a declarative statement of a target state that the protocol must satisfy. In this model, you don't sign a swap on a specific decentralized exchange. You sign a commitment to trade one asset for another at a specific price floor, leaving the execution path to a decentralized network of solvers. By June 2026, the Anoma testnet has demonstrated that shifting the complexity of routing and gas management from the user to the solver layer fundamentally changes the throughput constraints of the system. This shift moves us from a world of manual sequencing to a world of automated counterparty discovery. Taiga and the shielded resource machine. Taiga is the privacy-centric engine of Anoma that introduces what the team calls function privacy. While older privacy protocols like Zcash hide transaction amounts and addresses, Taiga uses zero-knowledge circuits to hide the application logic itself. This means an observer cannot see whether you are participating in a private swap, a governance vote, or a complex multi-party barter. The mechanism relies on validity predicates, which act as programmable gatekeepers for resources. A resource only moves if its specific ZK proof satisfies the predicate, allowing for atomic state transitions that are both private and composable. This design effectively solves the dark forest problem by making the intent gossip network opaque to predatory MEV bots while remaining fully verifiable by the protocol consensus. The proving time trade-off. Engineering a completely private intent machine comes with a significant structural cost and latency. Generating the recursive ZK proofs required for Taiga's shielded execution is computationally intensive compared to transparent transactions. To mitigate this, Anoma's design allows for a spectrum of privacy, where users can choose between shielded, transparent, or partially shielded intents based on their performance requirements. The 2026 roadmap highlights the integration of hardware acceleration for provers to reduce the time it takes for a solver to verify a multi-party intent. There is also a notable trade-off in the solver's job. Finding matches in a shielded environment requires zero-knowledge matching algorithms that are far more complex than simple mempool scanning. This creates a high barrier to entry for solvers, potentially concentrating power among participants with the most optimized ZK infrastructure. The signal under the noise. The debut of Taiga represents a shift from building blockchains for humans to building them for the agentic economy. When the architecture moves from instructions to intents, the primary users of the network are no longer individuals clicking buttons, but AI agents capable of navigating high-dimensional state spaces to satisfy complex user preferences. By decoupling the desire from the execution through the resource machine, Anoma is creating the first programmable substrate where privacy and interoperability are not optional plugins but core engineering primitives. The real implication of Taiga's shielded logic is that it enables institutional-grade coordination without leaking proprietary strategy data to the public mempool. This moves us toward a future where on-chain activity is measured by intent satisfaction rather than raw transaction count. Watch the deployment of protocol adapters this year. Their success in bridging existing liquidity into Anoma's shielded pool will determine if the intent-centric model can actually replace the transaction-based status quo. Subscribe for more